which the big pressing muscles are the chest, the anterior deltoid, and even to a degree the lats.
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日はより綺麗に筋肉をつけるためのローテーターカフ種目見ていきましょう。ローテーターカフは大事ってよく聞きますよね。でも何が大事か理解していますか？簡単に言うと肩関節は上腕骨の上側の骨が球体になっていて肩甲骨に近づいているだけなんですね。なのでとても不安定なんです。その分肘や膝と違っていろんな方向に動かすことができるっていうのも特徴の一つになります。その肩関節を安定させてくれるのがローテーターカフになります。そしてここがうまく働いていないと肩関節が内旋して姿勢も悪くなるし怪我をしやすい姿勢となってしまいます。ローテーターカフが働いていない状態だと肩関節が不安定になります。そうなるとスムーズな力発揮がプレスでもローでもできなくなってしまいます。そしてターゲットである胴体部分の大胸筋や広背筋などに入りづらくなってしまうんですね。なのでローテーターカフがうまく働いているとターゲットの筋肉に入りやすくなります。今回はそのやり方をUNITUジムさんが教えてくれています。初心者向けと言っていますが筋トレの経験があってもローテーターカフが寝ていると初心者扱いになるのでよく見て真似してみてください。早速見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
Hi folks, today we're demonstrating the FMS lying dumbbell external rotation. This is a fantastic exercise for strengthening the rotator cuff. It's our beginner level or base level exercise for isolation of the rotator cuff, and it's super important to keep these muscles in perfect balance with the pressing muscles, because the rotator cuff or the external rotators, the infraspinatus and the teres minor, which are the muscles in the back of the shoulder deep underneath the surface, must compensate for the incredible power that we develop as we press, which the big pressing muscles are the chest, the anterior deltoid, and even to a degree the lats and the bicep muscles. So we need to understand, though all of those muscles contribute to an internal rotation of the shoulder, not necessarily a press, but an internal rotation of the shoulder. We've got these two little tiny muscles in the exterior of the shoulder that have to combat that and stabilize the shoulder during those pressing movements and stop that internal rotation and prevent shoulder injury. So you start to get an understanding of the risk that's involved if we do not isolate and train these muscles under specific isolation. So there's a lot of ways that we can strengthen the shoulder rotator cuff, and we go through all of those as part of the foundation movement system. This exercise specifically is the greatest starting point that we've found, and the reason is because it really helps you to understand how to isolate these muscles and not allow other big outer unit muscles to take over and assist in the movement. So we've got Rad to demonstrate down here. He's lying down on his side. This is a great exercise because very little equipment's needed to do it. What he's doing here is he's using a 1 kilo dumbbell. He's using his hip here to rest his elbow, which makes it very easy to relax his arm. And that way he's able to isolate those little infraspinatus and teres minor, which are in the back of his shoulder here. So you can see nice slow tempo. And he's going to go for around 8 repetitions at a time. 8 reps is about the sweet spot for the external rotator. He could take it up to 10 to 12 if he really wanted to, but once you hit that sort of 8 to 12 rep range, that's ideal. So he's moving with incredible control here. The most important part of this is that we don't select a weight that is so heavy that he has to start moving his shoulder about forward and backwards. That ends up creating movement in the back of the shoulder, which are all of the muscles that we're trying to avoid stimulating here. Very importantly, when we're working a specific muscle like the external rotator or external rotation here, we're trying to isolate those muscles, and the body has an amazing ability to help little muscles out, especially in the event that there's a weakness or an imbalance, structural imbalance. But that's not what we want, because we're trying to strengthen these guys. We're trying to give them a chance to bring them up to a level that's comparable with the pressing muscles so that that shoulder remains in really good balance. So we'll get Rad to demonstrate one more time. Nice and controlled up as far as he's got in the range of motion there, and then nice and slow down. This is a beginner lying external rotation movement, and this would progress to a seated movement and then to a cable movement. So get going on this, guys. Make sure you're keeping your external rotators in balance and make sure that you're lifting a weight that's completely controllable. This is not about training the ego. This is about specifically training the muscles. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。完全に肘を固定して軽い重さで行っていくんですね。ジムで時々立った状態でこう動かしている人がいますが、肘が動いていたりするとローテーターカフではなく、そのような動きを動かしているだけとなってしまいます。正しく行うためには肘を完全に固定すること、うまく立った状態でできなければ寝た状態で試してみてください。最後まで見ていただいてありがとうございます。今後音声配信も検討中です。感想や動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしてます。ではまた。
I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back.